Blazers come into town in this game. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Aminu, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. And the basket by Lillard.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie. And, guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands. Always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping. And he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Pass to McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got his first points of the game.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And Plumlee kicks to Lillard. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Lillard against Beverly to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Howard. Plenty of space. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
And Lillard kicks to Harkless. Puts up a 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Harkless has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. In the corner, Harden sinks the triple.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
McCollum kicks to Aminu. Lillard, the pass to Aminu. Here's McCollum. He dishes it to Aminu. Yunus grabs the miss.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Houston in the lead. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Lillard with no one around. Nailed from three-point land. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Like last season, we saw Yunus make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Beasley comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Beasley. The second chance effort. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's McDaniels in for Yunus. Crab, good.
And Yunus actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Capella with the bucket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Crab, no good.
And Montezunis is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Trailblazers trail by 3. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Davis. Beasley with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Brewer. And the layup's good off the glass. Brewer's got his first basket.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And the Rockets making a change here. Terry's checked in. 1:04 left in the first quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Terry Stotts gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what he thought might give them an edge going into this game, and he said, well, our shot blocking is always a cornerstone for us. To have the ability to protect the rim, really, I think, is invaluable, and one thing that helps sets us apart on the defensive end. Guys, let's see if they can lock down the paint.
Thanks, Doris. Well, guys, give us your thoughts on that.
Well, I think for a team that has the ability to control a game with its defense, that's where I would expect the focus to be.
And that's exactly right. I mean, if they're going to play to their strengths, they should be pouring a lot of effort into their defense. I think coach is coming into this one with the right mindset.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Grab the pass to Davis. To the paint, Henderson. Beasley with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's McDaniels. And a missed layup. Crabbe kicks to Lillard. Passes it to Davis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Trailblazers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Outside Terry. And that's not going to go. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the...
Basketball. This is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Montezunis and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Beverly in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Baseline try. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. The pass to Crabbe. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Rockets shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Howard against Plumlee. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Harkless. That's good. Now it's a 3-point Portland lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
He feeds it to McCollum. Kicks to Craig for the three. It's rebounded by Houston.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
And Leonard gets it to go. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And here is Monty Eunice. Myers Leonard getting it to go from deep. Good.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Leonard. 18 feet out. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Break. They drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first three games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Houston, a whole new five on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Aminu comes in for Harkless. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Craig. And Damian Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Shot by Terry, no good.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking one game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Beasley outside. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Rockets lead by 4.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
Now here is Davis, and he gets it to go.
Yes. Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Here's Terry. After Ed Davis's score, Terry dishes to McDaniels. Capella kicks to McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Terry, that's a 2. And it's Terry again missing.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Davis sets a screen. Back to Lillard. Elbow shot is on the way. Beasley with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Terry outside. And it's Terry again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Leonard. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Capella. He's guarded by Davis. Back to Terry. Fires from deep. Henderson pulls it in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Lillard outside. 1 second left. It's a tie game.
Thank you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Myers Leonard really making a difference here.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And, guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Mason Plumlee.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Now here's Harkless. He's got 8. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Harden up top. He is guarded by McCollum. Lillard outside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
The feed now to Ariza. Houston moving it around. And he gets it to go. And that's now 10 points for James Harden.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now here's McCollum. D right on him. Feeds it to Aminu. And it's sent back by Howard. Inside, here's Beverly, and the layup is good. Beverly's got 10 points.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit. And, guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And a switch here also for Portland. Crab's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Here's Crab. He kicks to Harkless from deep. Can't get it to go.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Beverly the pass to Howard. Out to the right wing. McDaniels kicks to Howard. Dishes it to Moniunas. Pass to Beverly for the lead. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Trailblazers trail by 3. There's the dish to Plumlee. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've got the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Now here's Harkless, covered by Moniunas. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Crab. No good on the 3.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe 2, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes, shot for shot.
Ed Davis is checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Harkless. In the corner, Henderson with it. Pulls it from 20, and he gets it to go.
Assist goes to C.J. McCollum.
Rockets leading by 4. Beverly with the ball. 16 points for him. Outside Howard. It's rebounded by Leonard. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And it's sent back by Howard. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Moniunas. Brewer is checked in for K.J. McDaniels. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And a switch here also for Portland. Vonleh is checked in. Now here is Davis. He dishes it to Vonleh. And Capella sends it back. And here is Brewer. Beasley, the pass to Brewer. Beasley outside. Here's Capella. Henderson defending on the wing. Brewer. The shot. Another miss by Houston.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
Now here's Davis. Henderson kicks to Vonleh. The game now all-time. Vonleh's got his first points in this one.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And it's Capella missing.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence. to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
Terry outside. Beasley for three, and it's Portland with the rebound. Crab kicks to Anderson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close. Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Rockets Power Dancers.
6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Beasley dishes to Harden. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Trailblazers lead by 4. And do not... We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Rockets trail by 4. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Modiunas and Howard, the post pair. And it's Beasley in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Beverly, the pass to Modiunas. Harden inside the three-point line. Another miss by Harden. Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
It's Henderson on the wing. To the middle, and stolen by Howard. Harden kicks to Beasley. Harden outside. Houston moving it around. The 3. And another 3 for Houston.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Passes it to Henderson. Fires the 3. Shot is no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Aminu with the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now Howard. Fires from 14. Can't get it to go. Plumlee with some nice D. Portland leading. Harkless kicks to Henderson. Good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
That's tipped. Harkless with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And he gets the bucket. Henderson's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Henderson, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Eunice. The Rockets with another miss. Portland leading by 6. Here's Harkless. Here's Plumlee. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Beverly dishes to Eunice. Looking to end the run. And it's Beverly missing.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Here's Eunice. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now. Looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And Lillard kicks to Harkless. To the inside, Aminu. And the pass to Harkless. A three-pointer is right on target. Harkless has got 5 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the game.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Dwight Howard. For Portland, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Lillard, the pass to Harkless. Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here. Houston now, time running out. Harden outside, launches a three. Aminu grabs the miss.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Portland.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Lillard. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And that one's good. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Michael Beasley. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Ed Davis is checked in for Portland. Noah Vonleh comes in for Harkless. Lillard dishes to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Off the pick. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Lillard attacking. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Gerald, we know you demand a lot.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan. Damian Lillard, right out of the gates, he came out strong, making his first 3 shots and helping establish some offensive rhythm. And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting...